All right, it is Sunday, March 15, 2026. I'm out here in Costa Mesa, California at SoCo in the OC Mix for Quarantine Cruise. It's not called Quarantine Cruise anymore. It's called Qruisin PCH since the quarantine was like 6 years ago. We've filmed this one in the past a few times. Generally, I just get the cars rolling in here. I get the cars kind of rolling out of here. I don't do on the actual cruise or anything like that, but always draws a lot of amazing stuff, a lot of great show cars, and a little bit of everything, a great variety. And we're going to bring it to you right now. We got here right at about a good time before most of the cars do roll in here. It does get crowded. The whole parking lot does fill up, and it's a very large parking lot. I generally cannot get every car in the parking lot. It's that big since they're only here for about 2 hours before they leave. There wasn't really any other car shows this weekend. There was one other one that I looked at, but they were bragging about their DJ, and I'm like, I'm not dealing with short clipping videos, so did not make it to Scottsdale, obviously, which I kind of knew I wasn't going to be able to do this year. Next week I have nothing. Again, for some reason these are like the 2 weekends in March where there's not a whole lot going on. Saturday I do have a memorial for my ex-brother-in-law, so I do have to go to that and take my daughter along, since it is her uncle. And we will do that. And then coming up in a few weeks, I'm still thinking about I'm probably going to do Pleasanton just to get a nice NorCal video into the mix. And then back down here, Huntington Beach, they've got, which the same people that put on the Hot Rods and Heroes event at Huntington Beach Pier at the end of the month. So we're going to try doing that. And I have not memorized the April events yet. I know there's a Pomona there, but we'll have to. Ones are happening. April is usually when we start getting crazy on the channel. With the winged Superbird Plymouth. We do have in April. I know Mopar is coming up at Woodley Park. Let me multitask here. A couple wing cars. I need to find my list. Yes, the tentative list will be in the comment section shortly after the video posts. Let you know what's coming up. April 5th, we got Long Beach Swap. 11, Good Guys Del Mar on the 11th of April. Let's see, what else do we have? Mopar Spring Fling, April 18th. 19th, Pomona. And on the 25th of April, we got Chino Corn Feed Run. So there's your April so far. And we'll add to that as soon as if I find more stuff. So definitely good April, and then I think May's even more chock full of shows. For some reason I always think this one is like way down here. There are Hot Rods and Heroes. I think they changed it to Hot Rods and Heroes because they're not doing the helicopters this year. And if you watch, you probably know why. I'm not going to get into it, but nice Mopar. I would say a lot of you know why, but Superbird. It's always a good one for the roll-ins. I drove the Vic down. I'm gonna hit some sales on the way home. I didn't add anything to the tentative list as of late, so it should be pretty much the same stuff that was on the last video. I would say check the current video, the last video I posted. That tentative list will be in the most current. This was not on there. I didn't know if I was going to for sure come to this or not, so I didn't put it on the list. But I did want to get something up for you guys. Not much going on the smog news front. I got to get a letter in for the group to the California State Legislature by the 8th, and if you want to submit a letter in support of Senate Bill 1392, which is basically Leno's law. It's a new law, but it's a new bill, so it's not the old bill, but it's still Leno's law. So there's Mopar 70 Charger, and then we got a 69 Charger. that will be coming. So I think that has to get in by, I think they said April 8th, among other things I have to do, like taxes and things like that. But it shouldn't take me too long to whip up a letter. And on Senator Grove's Facebook, they did post a very nice deal. Wow, a lot of Mopars this morning. 57 Camaro. 61. 62. So what else do we have? Trying to think. This one, like I said, I always think it's so far down here. It's really like 10 or 15 minutes more than driving to the Long Beach swap meet. Not too bad. Yeah, in fact, that's the GNX that always shows up at Long Beach. There's GNX. When you ever see two GNXs in one place? The Grand National. Wow, a lot of Buicks this morning. A lot of G-bodies. There we go. We got a 442 G-body. Cyclone. I hope this camera does really well with the low light here in the morning. I think it will. Much better than the old GoPro. A modern Lexus. 90s Chevy pickup. Yeah, last time I filmed this, it was the first video after my mother passed at the end of 24, and I almost didn't get through the video, so I did still get the video done. 70 Chevelle, 64. If you guys saw, they unveiled some new lowrider stamps. You can get lowrider stamps at the post office now. For some reason, they had events in San Diego and San Francisco, but none in LA. I can't figure that one out. I would have went out and shot that. What does every early morning car meet need? That's right, more Cougars. 67. Beetle. What's my buddy doing here? I don't know. I thought I could sneak by him. How you doing? Yeah, this was like the only thing going on today. I might suggest my daughter's at this Cal Thespians Drama Festival this weekend. I guess there's a national event, but they couldn't afford to do it, so I don't know. I was going to suggest maybe we do like a car event to raise money for next year. My 68 Mustang. I need to talk to her teacher. I got to talk to my buddies on the school board in Pasadena, so my neighbor, but I can never seem to catch them. Gonna make it over the hump. Now they're rolling in. Also, I found a part for my 40 at a estate sale the other day. I got the front chrome piece. It's a hood latch. How you doing? It was a good deal too. I got it for about a quarter of what they go for online. I told the guy at the estate sale, I said, I'm literally the only person that would walk into this estate sale that A, knows what this part is, and B, actually needs it. So sometimes you do find good car parts at estate sales. One time I bought a remote mirror for my Pacer at an estate sale. Same thing, I just like stumbled across. I go, I'm pretty sure that's the right one, and then I looked up the part number and it was. Big truck. Going with the split rims. All right, more Cougars. Mopars here. Did I mention that? There we go. Now we got the Tri-Fiber grade. How you doing?
Good, bud.
Good. Nomad. Yeah, I went out estate sailing in the Suburban yesterday, so I think she is good. Now, 5 gasser. Here comes the guy complaining about all the Tri-5s. There you go, 66 Chevelle to break it up. Yeah, 55 Nomad. I think I got it right at the perfect time. Man, that was a long drive out to Roy's and back last week. That was definitely a beast. I think I really wanted to get the video up that day, so I did leave a little afternoon. So I got all the way back. I think I got the video up before 6 o'clock Saturday, so I could do Long Beach Sunday. And there were actual cars for sale at Long Beach this time. Or Tri-5s. See if anything pops up for next Sunday I can film. I have not found anything as of yet. I might just do Friday at Bob's, which I almost did this week, but then I took my daughter to Bob's and I knew she was going to stick around for me doing a full Bob's video, so didn't do that. Oh, as I was saying before, there's a video on Shannon Grove's Facebook with Jay Leno and Senator Cortese on the bill, so, and it's shareable. Probably on our Instagram as well. We we did post it in the she actually posted it in the Californians for Classic Cars Mod Exemptions Facebook group. So still working on that after all these. That's actually how the channel started, which I always mention. It's kind of how it became a car show channel. Which I got a bunch of Volkswagens. They have a really nice Beetle shirt at Walmart right now. I bought 2 of them. And look, it's one of the old ads from the 60s. I think they're only like $11. They're not like super expensive. So if you happen to be at Walmart, look for that one. Because usually their vintage car shirts are kind of like, you know. This one was actually cool. So I bought 2, one for when I wear the first one out. This van. Another thing I need to work on is my Caprice. I gotta call around so you can do the body fillers and the bumper fillers and the mirrors and all that. I would like to start driving. It actually drives fine. I just gotta get those done. Clean it up. 5 coming in. Bump side, short bed. Yeah, one sale I went to, I got the 40 hood arm, you know, the front chrome piece with the hood latch. They had a 55 Chevy wagon, 2-door wagon that was unfinished, like 90s style street rod project with an LT1 in it for sale. Unfortunately, I think I told the guy, I said it would, if he had left it kind of more stock, it would probably be easier to sell these days. 65 modern vet. They also had 2 square bodies, a short bed and a long bed, like 80s Smogger era. And the short bed was a 6-cylinder and it had a history of failing smog, so. And I do not need another vehicle anyway. The long bed was actually nicer. I considered running out there just to see if they would like blow it out on the last day, but I kind of doubt it. So yes, I do find lots of cars at sales. My Caprice came from a sale. What else? My Crown Vic I drive every day came from a sale. The Plymouth Satellite came from a sale. If you remember the Matador, that had come from a sale. Estate sale. I'm trying to think of what else. And of course the Suburban came from an estate sale. I kind of walked into that. It wasn't even in the listing. The guy threw out a number. I said sold. It was a very good number, I will say that. Orange stuff. Teslas. Okay. I feel so bad for bringing my Vic. At least my Vic's 22 years old. Porsche. How you doing? I also found one of those Model T wrenches stamped Ford at a sale yesterday. That was kind of neat. You guys got a little Honda Trail. I have a 63 Trail 90. One of the early ones. Yeah, Rejuvenation store. Their actual antiques they sell are, wow, the money they get for those. I bought a vintage locker at a state auction for a fair price, and I had this, it turns out, had the tag. He bought it at Rejuvenation, so he probably paid about, unfortunately the guy probably paid about 4 or 5 times what I paid for it at the estate auction.
Right behind them. Hey.
Yeah. Beautiful, like antique, like set of lockers I picked up. Modern Denali. I used to sell Yukon Denalis. I worked at Buick. That's a newer one than when I worked at Buick. K5. Camaro. Yeah, this guy knows what's up. He's driving the Suburban. Yeah, that 454 in mine is not the greatest with the current gas prices, I will say. Still awesome for hauling things. K5. What? Yeah, there's a bathroom. It's where the coffee place is. I was asking where the bathroom. There's like one bathroom, like literally, it's a one hole. So it's like a one. You know, you lock the door when you go in, kind of thing. So if you do come to this, be mindful of that. Chevelle. I think there's one men's and one women's, so, and they're both the ones you can lock when you go in. Right-hand drive. I think it's a Holden. Yeah, I think it's a Holden. I know I've seen that one before. It's Mercury Montclair. That was like one my dad had, the Breezeway. That might be it's almost identical to one my dad had. Yeah, 66. Buick T-Type. There you go, something to break it up a bit. T-Types are much rarer than the actual Grand Nationals. Not rarer than a GNX though. GNX is like the real rare one. There you go, we got an AMX. Alright, next Saturday, if there's anything car-wise going up in the Ventura area, I may be able to hit it in the morning. I have to be in Ventura at 11. Or possibly in the afternoon. If not, we'll look for something for Sunday. How you doing? That's Javelin. Corvair flat top. Yeah, I was gonna sell my van, and all of a sudden now I'm getting all these all this interest for renting it for productions again. So then I have to get it smogged again. So there's that. Got the Mercury 350, so Canadian crew cab. That's got to be rare. A Mercury pickup. So that was a Canadian thing. So. 67. I wound up picking up a Stickley rocking chair. If you know what a Stickley mission style rocking chair is. At a sale yesterday for $200, and if you know what that is, you know that's like an insane deal. And I live in a Craftsman house, so it matches it perfectly. And it's an old one with like nice old leather cushions that are patina just right, and it's a very comfortable chair. So I'm extremely happy. So the orange 70s Lazy Boy that I've used in my videos before is going to my daughter now. I'm an orange plaid 70s Lazy Boy. That was mostly a Mike Finds Things channel thing, but I would mention it in the smog videos when I used to film indoors. I went to a car guy sale I thought it was a car guy sale in Corona the other day too. On Thursday morning, they had some old cars in the yard, including like a early 50s F100. I thought there'd be more car stuff, but there wasn't. But I still picked up some decent items. Those were actually outside the US. Those were marketed as Volkswagens. 66 El Camino. I probably will be selling my 66 El Camino project when I get it out, and then we will see. Drag it to Pomona or something. It's not as nice as this, but it's got a really straight body on it. '64 Chevelle. '7 Camaro. Nice and power. Big block. 59 Elko. Yeah, somebody asked about the Whittier rubies. I think they're closing. So they're not doing that this year. Somebody asked, why don't I go film that? And I go, I think that's done. Because last year they mentioned at the end of the season that was it for that, because and I have heard they were actually closing the rubies in Whittier, the one next to the old Sears. So yeah, I would, if it was going on, I would, you know, go. I usually filmed it at least once a year the last few years. 69 Pontiac Firebird. Got the Shelby, the GT500, 68. Lightning. I generally cannot get all the parked cars either, and cars do come in on the other side as well. Alright, our Mopar. Got a Roadrunner. Sort of modern Nissan thing with a dent, with a crunch fender. Ford V8. Firebird. The Formula. It's got the Formula hood at least. Dual snorkels. I get some more news. I would love if I get some more news on the bill this week. I don't think it's going up to the Transportation Committee until April, so. And I have no word if they're going to do another rally in Sacramento or not. So I've been kind of waiting to hear on that as well. If it is, I'll try to make it up there for that like I did last year. That was a good experience, I will say. Ford Gen TA. I had a 94 Trans Am in my Navy days, the LT1. See a GTO with Enduro bumper delete. How you doing? Era. For the desert. Challenger. Seeing some of those at Woodley Park next month at Spring Fling. You get a pretty good showing of those guys. 55 Nomad. Pontiac. 7 convertible. There's no V, so that means it's a 6-cylinder. Yeah, there's no V. 6-cylinder convertible. That's an oddball. There's T-type. I missed the Datsun 510. Modern Malibu. Straight from Hertz. K5. Nice T-Bird. Sign. 67 Beetle. Zigzagging the cars until we get more roll-ins. I think that's about it. Yeah, I might fire up the old. I'm still thinking about bringing back the Mike Finds Things, which is my other channel, but expand it to more than just records, which is what it was originally supposed to be. So I've been finding some really interesting stuff, man. I went to this car guy selling Corona. I thought it was a car guy sale because they had several vehicles, and they had a. So I look at the other stuff, and there was like this African, I think it's brass or copper statue. Had a very Art Deco look to it, and I was like, man, there's something to that. So I grabbed it, knowing my daughter would love it. So I think I bought that and 2 other items for like $30 or something. Turns out it's like some Austrian noted Art Deco designer piece that's worth like $1,000. So sometimes you never know. I didn't know until I got home, until I looked it up. And I probably, everyone at that sale walked right past it. It's got an LS. I'll try to get in here. Some of these cars are close together too. 67. And keep in mind, they do roll out of here at 9 o'clock, so I think we're close to 8. And the 67 Chevelle. Yeah, it's 7:38, so I got to keep an eye on the time. I've actually been watching some channels, other guys, people that go to estate sales. I don't think I want to film at estate sale because I know too many of the estate sale people now that I don't want to. I don't feel comfortable filming in someone else's house, but.
Somebody's gonna do it on a.
Here, check this out. So, is it only op acceleration?
$1,000, $1,500. I'll sell by volume. I'm not trying to sell by the car.
We got the 66 Chevelle. Also, my daughter and I were planning on doing in July. It's the next time there's a PCC swap meet that doesn't fall on something I'm filming. Usually it falls on Long Beach swap meet. July 5th, so the day after the Independence Day. I'm going to try to get a spot at Pasadena City College swap meet. And we'll try to go out there and sell some of our things that I've picked up along the way. And we already started pricing items to sell. So I have to inquire 2 months before about a spot. And once I know we have a spot for sure, I'll announce it on the channel. And if there's enough car guys interested, I'll bring some of my car guy stuff too. Yeah, the original plan was to do LA Roadsters, but then my daughter is out of town that weekend for her cousin on her mother's side's wedding. So that wasn't going to happen. And a couple guys were like really interested in seeing what kind of stuff I get out of my shed and my garage to sell, which I have a lot of stuff, obviously. Convertible.
I can have a resort from here to there.
So if there's another, I don't know.
Okay.
I'll have to work it out with my daughter. If there's another show that has like a little swap meet, maybe I'll see if my daughter is up for it. There's a Holden. They did a lot of neat stuff in Australia that didn't wind its way over here when they were new. Got all the chrome going on this Chevelle. I have these cans of Amway interior cleaner. It has a lady polishing the interior on an early 60s Thunderbird. I got a bunch of those. I almost thought about using them as giveaway items for the channel because I have so many of them. So I know I can't be the only one that collects those old cans of like auto products that like that. But we have a resto mod on the Stingray here.
At his warehouse, they were a new store that they did.
Now they're coming. People are coming out.
Over there with
R50 swap. Chevelle. Yeah, I think this weekend it would have messed me up more than anything if I didn't get a video up. Line the Firebird. Yeah, they used to get a lot more people for this, especially back when it was the only thing going on 6 years ago. Definitely, for sure. For the design within reach with the Studebaker. I like going into the design within reach just to look at all the Herman Miller furniture. Yeah, look in the showroom window there. They got an Eames recliner, Eames chairs. They got a Noguchi table, all that good stuff. Nice Studebaker there. The Hawk. Here, we'll take a peek here. There's the Eames recliner. I got the Noguchi table. We used to have that in black, but my ex-wife took it when we got divorced. And the Eames, the wooden Eames chairs. Those are expensive. If you see those in the wild and they're real, they made reproductions of all those. I think you get a reproduction Noguchi table off Amazon for like $100. The real ones are like are much more expensive than that. This guy's coming around again. Let's be honest, if I started a furniture channel, it'd be more sitting, so I'll stick with a car channel where I can walk. We had a genuine Noguchi table, but so my ex-wife still has it. I said, yeah, I told her she could take it.
I'm so happy too.
And my daughter, we went in halves on it when we bought it, and then my daughter years later, this one's for sale here. Daughter years later is like, my mom said she bought it. I said, no, we went in halves on it. I let her take it when we got divorced. I got to keep the Herman Miller Aeron chair, which much lower value, but I still have it. I literally should start a furniture channel. It'd be ridiculous. I think you guys would be like, what is this? Actually, yesterday I had a nice, I think I was telling, how many sales did I go yesterday? Like 3 or 4, I think it was 3. I almost went to one in Montebello that was advertised on Facebook. And it was a horrible posting. She had a little video that was sped up, and I had to like freeze frame it to see what she had. And there was a few pieces I was interested in. And thank God I checked her whole Facebook Marketplace profile, because she'd already sold all the pieces I was interested in like individual ads. So she was using an old video of the house. Some Impala. I'd have been very angry if I drove down there and the pieces I was interested in were gone. I do deal on the side. I think I'm actually making more money dealing in vintage furniture right now than I am doing YouTube. This is kind of weird, but it's kind of how it works out. But I'll do both. It's got a 4-speed. This one's 396, 66. Lincolns. Oh yeah. So when you're on Facebook and you find I always check on Marketplace other stuff they have for sale, especially if it's further out, because you want to see if there's anything else you're interested in. You could package deal. Even on cars, like if you're looking at a car, check their other listings. They might have something else you're interested in. I've actually gone out to buy vehicles and purchase furniture before. That's one good tip. This Continental. But yeah, in that case, I was glad I checked, because she'd already sold Beautiful lamp. She had a mid-century lamp I was interested in. And in fact, the price she had it on Marketplace was like she knew it was cool, but I don't think she knew exactly what it was. So she still sold it kind of cheap.
Hey guys, don't forget March 29th.
Good.
Sorry, you thought I was back in.
There's Camaro. Got the carbon fiber all over this Camaro. We got this Shelby GT350, like a 66. This one's got the tag on the fender too.
You could call.
It does have the tag.
You call Super Performance. They deal with that.
Rolling in. It's most of a truck.
They don't flag it. DMV and
Which Camaro is this?
The crew cab. Straight out of Canada. Seen a few Mercury pickups wind up down this way. Chevelle. All right, utility bed. I remember when no one would touch a utility bed truck, and now it's become like a thing. Kind of cool. This one is for sale, so if you're looking for a utility bed truck, here we go. 75,000. I don't see. Oh, there's the phone number. Remember the early morning car meet rules? I don't know, the swap meet rules. Don't call too far ahead into the future. The future does not like that. All right. There's that Demon we saw. Screaming 71. Demon 340. Very nice Mopar. Very nicely patinaed Chevy pick 'em up truck. Still gonna go back there. They got a conference going on. In fact, we might have to speed up anyway because of the nature of the meet here. It does get go back there. Callaway Corvette. Like I said, they literally start rolling out of here about 9 o'clock. Nice Volkswagens.
I can't be bothered.
Always popular in California. I got to figure I'm gonna get the 65 out. Eventually, it's gonna have to wind up back at my place. So that's one reason why I do need to clear out some vehicles. It runs, it drives. I just I don't have time to. My stepfather was supposed to be the one to drive that, and I think I've mentioned this before, not long after we got it, he had a stroke. He cannot drive it anymore, so it is essentially my car. That one will not be for sale. That'll be a keeper forever, because, you know, it was my little project with my stepfather. But yeah, we'll have to bring it back to the house. Yeah, empty dune buggy with the back seat. In the metal flake, the empty imp. Alright, we got a 23 window microbus. Yeah, we'll just breeze through a little fast. Like I said, I know for a fact they do not have time to get all the vehicles before they roll out. I'll bring you what I can. It's custom fenders with the rectangular headlights. It's probably a catalog item from the 70s. A lot of stuff. Remember the 40 Ford grills and whatnot they had for the Volkswagens, the hoods, that is. And then the Rolls Royce grill. And the Continental kit deck lid. It's oval bug. Never had an oval. I had a 58, which was the year after the oval. Many years ago. It's got the semaphores. The oval. 5. I'm actually amazed I'm as good as I am today after lifting furniture, moving stuff around yesterday. I was wondering what happened to my old, I had a Coral 58. I bought from the original owner's son many years, I'm saying 25 years ago. I probably sold it about, actually I lost it in a trade. I'm guessing about 15 years ago. Maybe more, no more than that, probably 20 years ago.
I've only been to one. Yeah.
We'll get through here. Super Beetle, Bay Bus, and a thing. An old guy out near me drives around in a red Volkswagen thing. I think he's owned it since new. I see it pretty regularly running around Pasadena. It's a Power Wagon. Well, not quite, but it does say Power Wagon. It's like a modern truck, but check this out. It's slammed. Obviously did a lot of work to it, so. Big dually. Yeah, somebody was just telling me about the Seal Beach show, and I'm like, I looked it up, like, it's the same day as Chino. Corn feeding ride, so. A lot of overlap. I think there's more overlap this year on shows, because some shows moved. So the worst one, I think, is the San Marino one, because I love filming San Marino, but it's the same day as Road Kings, which is already the same day as Long Beach. So it should be an interesting year of trying to figure out what to film on the weekends where the shows moved off of that I normally film. Got a Mercedes SEC coupe.
Let me know if I can answer.
These were very nice.
small ones are real popular with the ladies.
This one's extremely clean too.
And it's California.
Alright, Plymouth Cube. With a Chevy. I'll come around here. Yeah, when people give me, oh, this show's on this day, it's like, well, if it was the day after, I could film it. It's great. I think the most blatant one is the Temecula rod runs on the same weekend as Riverside. In fact, somebody gave me another show, told me about another show that was on the same day as Riverside. I go, man, I do Riverside. That's one of my favorites to film. I like filming the Riverside show and go. 68 GT 500. Yep, it's got the tag. It's a real one. I'm sure someone's made those tags by now, and this one definitely looks like a real one. Yeah, how you doing? Let me fish this.
You got a minute.
Fastback. I'll come around here. I don't want to go through the planter. It's 55. Yeah, they're gonna have to hurry it up. I got to talk to a few guys here. One guy wants me to film his whole car collection. I'm like, okay, we'll see. Never done that one. That Cougar, a couple of them here. But every car show needs is more Cougars. That's right. It started at Pleasanton. They had one of the buildings was like, it was the Cougar Club. Got the whole building. And I walked in and I started filming. I said, look, it's a room full of Cougars. So it sort of became like a running joke after that. I might just do Pleasanton. I know it's not gonna, with YouTube's algorithm, it's not gonna do that well, but I genuinely like going up there. We'll let him pull in. It's like when I did Roy's, I was like, you know, literally I was like, I just want to take a nice drive out to the desert. Perfect opportunity. The video did pretty well. I think people are more curious than anything about that didn't go, about a show out in Amboy. That's Ford Coupe. Guessing it's got a 351 Cleveland.
How did you have 3 stripes up and 2 down, and all of a sudden you went to 2 stripes?
We'll get there. We'll see how far back this goes.
So anyways, it was...
They used to get more cars here, but they still, obviously, there's a ton of cars here. It's a Ranchero. '5 gasser. A bad neighbor. This one is barn fresh.
Wow.
I'll come over here over here. So this will... C10. Actually kind of impressed. I wore down most of a battery. Yeah, we are doing Pismo. We're going to do Santa Maria. I booked my room for Santa Maria. If you have not done so yet, it might be a good time to jump on that one.
Hell no. I got another inch and a half.
Was able to get the same hotel I was in last year. So we'll do the Friday cruise, and then we'll do the Saturday car show for that, as we did the last couple of years. I will wear my yellow vest. Hopefully I don't get kicked out of the street this year. Do a nice pan shot here. You can see kind of, it goes back way over there, and then way over there. And pretty soon they'll start lining up to roll out of here. I'm gonna do Pismo Beach the week after Santa Maria. I'm not gonna get a hotel room for that one. I'm just gonna get up crazy early like I did for Amboy. Shoot back the same day. That's one that's been like viewer requested for quite some time. I think we're gonna have to hurry up this video. My estimation is I got about 20 minutes before they start lining the cars up for rolling out. This 56 Nomad. In fact, I think some of the cars are already starting to roll out. They basically go for a cruise on Pacific Coast Highway, and I believe they're going to Long Beach to sort of fish place. 55, it's got a 59 Buick style grill with the rectangles.
That's the guy who did it. But I love Lenny. I use Lenny all the time. Lenny's great. But
Come around here. Yeah, I think that's a sedan. And by the nature of these kind of events, I only have a limited time to get everything. I did miss Altadena Cars and Coffee yesterday. Very nice Barracuda. Crew cab. It's on a diesel and power stroke. I think these have the 7.3, I believe. I left his parking lights on. Those are probably LEDs, so he's probably okay. So you convert it to LED. And I just got a Paul SS. It's got the billet flame steering wheel. Yeah, we're getting where some cars are kind of close together. Crowds around these guys, so we'll just go over here. It's Cadillac. Impala. I think I'm going to start having to fill in more of the dates toward the second half of the year as well. I know I've put some on there already that were announced. See what pops up for this year. Yeah, 64. Saw this one rolling in. Malibu.
yeah. Looked like you had roof. Yeah, you got a hard top, and then you put that.
69 Mach. Cadillac. Yeah, very soon they're going to start lining up. There, people start cars. It's always a good chill one for me too, because like I get here early. After I say I was here, I went to use the one restroom they have. Nice chill. Then the cars really started rolling in right after I got done with that lightning pickup. And generally, like I said, when they roll out, I'm out of here by like 9:30. So, a Buick T-Type. Going on this Grand National there. That's full custom. Big olds.
Yeah, I was looking around with the gas.
Yeah, they're getting ready to line up here.
Black.
Reed.
Just a little bit ago.
Breeze through the lines. We only have a few minutes, I'm thinking, before this starts moving. Dodge Omni, check it out. When was the last time you saw a Dodge Omni? Bring you that. So Diamond Star Motors. There you go, the GLH Turbo. Okay. Yeah, that was the Plymouth, the Horizon. The Navy had a guy I was in the Navy with had a really modified Omni. It was beat up, but it was fast. Like in the early 90s. That's 63. Alright, I'll get through here. 62 convertible. Through. Chevy pickup. And turbos on LS on this Z car. Early T-Bird. Lining up yet. I do have things I have to tend to today. It's my only day to do it, so I may just wrap this one up pretty soon. Just want to at least get a video up for you guys. No, I did not get all the cars here. I never have at this one, but so it's a short window to get everything. All right, that's going to wrap things up here in Costa Mesa for Qruisin PCH, where the meetup point is at SoCo and the OC Mix. Next week, I have no idea what I'm filming. Most likely Bob's Friday. I'll just do a video there. I go there every Friday anyway. In a couple weeks, still most likely going to do Pleasanton, Good Guys. We also have over here at the Huntington Beach Pier, we got the Hot Rods and Heroes event. So lots of great stuff. Check the tentative list, will be in the comment section shortly after the video post. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, leave some comments, and until next time, I'll be seeing you.